Howdy folks, happy Saturday to you. I've been wanting to try out the new MineMogul update for quite a while. Haven't had time yet, so I'm going to do a quick stream today, and we're going to go check out the new Age of Steel update. There's a new map and some new game mechanics, some new pieces. Should be fun. I did a series on the other map. Might do a series on this map as well, but I wanted to hop in and try it out. So we have Classic Cave. That was the old one. We got Big Cave now. Name your save. Turbo Stream. There we go. Very creative name. Nice rickety elevator. So we're supposed to have a lot more room in this one. We'll see how it goes. So far, it's kind of similar. Yeah, no, I guess it's a lot different. Neat. Got the old pickaxe. I gotta remember how to play now. It's F, right? Take. Yeah, there we go. Mine to deposit iron ore. All right, we can do that. You get that magnet unlocked right away. Made it nice and easy. We got stuff right next to the drop-off. If you haven't seen this game before, it's kind of like a factory builder. So we'll work our way up to automation. And we'll get stuff automated and processed and stuff like that. Purchase magnet from the computer shop. Indeed. Tools. Magnet. Yes, please. Should fall. Yeah, it just falls down the shaft. I keep hitting E. It's F to pick it up. Thank you. All right. Deposit 20 iron ore and 10 coal. That'll get us the auto miner. So let's just go around and break these up. Oh, neat. We got an empty box. Cool. And then the magnet now will gather stuff up because, you know, everything's magnetic, right? Pass enough current through it, everything's magnetic. Oh, interesting. So the large chunks are really big now, or is that something different? Can we break those down? Oh, we can. Cool. That's something new as well with this update. The larger chunks. I think that all we can do is just that. That throws them a little bit, so we want that. We'll suck all those in, and we're halfway there on the iron and most of the way there on the coal. Let's just get some more of this stuff broken up. Blew way over there. Okay, that's all the coal we need. Just need 10 more iron ore. So like a lot of these games, the beginning's kind of a little slow, and then you unlock stuff. And it gets a lot faster. We need 3 more. No problem. There's 2. That will get us the auto miner. Ta-da! Alright, and then when you have these, it will show you like ghost deposits of where you can do things. And it wants us to get both iron and coal. More coal. So if we come over to one of these, it'll tell us like what will pop out. So iron. That one's coal. Do we have one that has both? Yes. We have one that has both, but more coal than iron. I'm not going to get too picky. I just want to check some of these around. It's like they're all going to be slightly in favor of iron ore, but that's okay. So let's do that, and then we'll go ahead and turn that off. Oh no, I don't have enough money to get anything probably, so we'll turn that back on. So it will just mine and spit stuff out. So we need some conveyors. For that we need money. Let's grab this little bit of stuff, and then let's see what we have. I don't remember how much the conveyors cost. So they're $20 a piece. There we go. We can get 2 of them. Start our empire with 2 conveyors. Okay, throw those down there. All right, we'll do a little more hand mining. Do anything with that? Nope, but there is stuff hiding in there. It's always good to look around. So we have a what looks like an iron ingot and a broken drill bit. We might need those for quests later. Like a little chunk of copper. Might need that later as well. We'll put some of this stuff over here by the conveyor. Hey, Blue Eagle. Yeah, it's going all right. Did some housework and stuff, and did a little bit of recording this morning. Now we're streaming for a little bit. Hope your day is going well. You there, and then you up here. Here, I don't know for sure we'll need copper, but we might need that in a little bit for something, so we'll just leave it there. Come on. You can grab stuff with E. I like picking it up in your hand. Alright, we should have a big pile of stuff over here. A big chunk, so we'll just go drop that in the bin over here. And we'll get some more conveyors. Come on, jump. There you go. Alright, let's grab some more conveyors. For too long, we'll be swimming in money, but for now, it's a little tight. Should have grabbed a corner as well. Doing some stuff at work today? Alright. Hope work goes well for you. I should have grabbed that. I think I could have broken that one up. I'm not used to having the bigger chunks. Let's grab a couple of the corner conveyors. I'll get one. Not used to being poor. Starting all over. We got a gem there. Nice. I'm going to pull that out because there'll probably be a... That's a diamond, actually, not a gem. There'll probably be a quest soon where we need one of those. So we'll stick that over there for now. We'll get this slowly headed over towards the drop-off. Maybe I should have just made it closer and just run each one. That might make more sense. Oh, I want to do take. There we go. Let's do that. We'll put this a little closer. I liked having both of these resources, but it would make more sense. No, that's not one of the bigger ones. It would make more sense to have this elsewhere, where it's closer to the drop-off, then we could just bring in the money. Alright, we will put you in there. Yeah, we had this guy. We could just crank out the iron ore. I don't think either one of these is... And then there's coal over there. Well, let's do that. Alright, so we'll come over here. And we need just a couple more conveyor. Actually, another conveyor and a ledge would get us there. So let's get a straight conveyor and a conveyor ledge. Let's do that for now. Oh, look at that. You can see that stuff sitting there. Pays to look around. Oh, there's a gold bar. I grabbed it out of the drawer. So just like last time, there's a gold bar in the drawer. We'll sell for more if we can polish that up. Do these sell for anything? We got 43.45. Oh, it does. Okay, that junk sells for a little bit of something. That's good to know. Okay, get you in there. Gather you up. No, we want you there. You there. There we go. And then it'll just drop in there. I don't know that we really necessarily need the ledge, but it'll make sure it gets in there all right. Then we can just start getting the money. Okay, so we got all the steel. It says we want an ore crusher. All right. So let's tear... I'm used to having the pickaxe. Take. Not the pickaxe, the picker-upper. Was it a sledgehammer? I forget what it was. Take. There we go. Let's start working on our coal now. Let's see, number 6. Used to having these. There we go. If we have enough straight conveyors. Was it the wrench that let you pick stuff up? Couldn't remember. Yeah, we don't have quite enough of those. Let's get this set up so we can do our ore crushers. Oh, it's only $200, so we can go ahead and buy that. I did a whole series on this on the first map. It's been a little while, so I've kind of forgotten some of the stuff. So close. We just do that, and it'll drop. There we go. It'll drop right in. All right, that'll get our coal going through and get that done in short order. We also need to crush some iron, so we need to get that set up. Hey, get in there. Oh yeah, it was a hammer, right? Yeah, a hammer. Like a sledgehammer that you could pick stuff up with. You on there. It's kind of neat they added this junk and it sells for a little bit of something. You in there. I don't remember how much the auto miner was. We need to get another auto miner going for the brushed iron ore. Come on. Get in there. A little large. We can't move it with the magnet. That close enough? Apparently not. Get in there. Oh. I should have been looking inside those. Fun. Maybe that's why it made money, because it had stuff in it. All right, we're most of the way there on the coal ore, so that's cool. We do have quests. I should get that going. Scavenger hunt. Deposit coal ore. That one's in. Cool. We got the research that's coming. One quest available. I'm already doing a quest, aren't I? We can activate that one. That'll work. I will crush the iron. Alright, so our little drill bit that we found, we can go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, I didn't realize that Blue Eagle. I already threw a couple crates in there. Alright, we need some gold and some copper ore. I did find a chunk of copper ore, so we can go ahead and grab that. There'll be nodes around that we can go hit as well. Alright, we've been making money, so we got a little bit of money coming along here. We're just about there on the coal. Grab a little bit of that, and then we'll see how much the auto miner is. Two in there. $500. Wow, that's expensive. So we have to wait on that a little bit. I could just use this. Let's just go use our gold bar. I'd like to polish it, but if we get some stuff unlocked, we'll be making tons of money. Yeah, let's throw this in there. We'll throw the ingots in. There we go. We are done with the coal. So let's move to crushed iron. Take that. And let's see. This. Get on the iron. Let's turn that off for now. A little annoying to have to click and click on each one of those. But we have our ore crusher, so we're going to need up conveyor, basically. Need a sloped conveyor. Remember if we need one or two of those. Have those. It's two. Yep. Turn that around so it's facing that direction. We'll do the crushed iron. We don't have any sorting yet. We have to unlock that with something. Do we have access to the sorting basket already? We want to sort out the gems. Tools. Oh, we got the hammer. Yeah, there we go. We'll spend $60 on that. That's handy to have. And then, no, we don't have the sorting stuff yet. Oh no, it's under here. Sorting conveyor. I was looking for it under machines. All right, we need one of those. Oh, check out. Take. Yes, please. All right, now we have the hammer. I usually have that down at that end. And then we have the sorter, which will let us get the gems, the diamonds and the gems out. So let's actually redo this. It's a lot quicker once you have the hammer. All right, I'm going to put a conveyor here. And we're going to have our sorting basket. So let's do this slightly different. Let's have you You go this direction. Nope. Rethinking that. We can go this way. Then we'll have our sorting here. And then we'll have our iron ore come up this way to the crusher. That. We'll have it come over and dump into here. Good enough. Then we'll just have our diamonds and anything that's not iron ore, we'll just dump out over here. So that means I need some iron ore to put in the basket. So let's go grab some iron ore. Basically, anything you put in the basket will get sorted out that alternate output. So I want a big one and a little one. Can't break those. All right. Jackhammer, I think you can break those with something new. We'll grab one of the little ones. Put that in there. Grab one of these. Now, I don't have the great big cluster. Turn you on. Shaky, shaky. So if we get a big old, one of the big iron chunks come out this direction, we'll throw it in the basket. It'll get sorted as well. Here we go. Bring on the money. All right, we have the one diamond. We'll go ahead and throw that in. This did have a chance of diamonds, right? Oh, just emeralds, not diamonds. Okay, well, we're going to have to work on that. We'll have to go pick a different one once we find our emerald. Or I could just look around. They're hidden around in like crates and stuff. Let's go ahead and work on our copper ore while we're waiting on that. We can just bust these up. That coal or is that? No, that's just rock. Some big old copper ore chunks. Well, these we can break up with a pickaxe, but if you want to break these into small chunks, you can. There's a jackhammer, I think. It's a new tool. All right, this should get it. Yeah, there's our copper. We need to go find some gold ore. All right, we could buy another auto miner while we wait and have it work on diamonds. So let's go to or analyzer. Yeah, we don't need one of those. Let's get our second auto miner going. Let's remember to hit purchase. That's very important. So one of these will, yeah, this has diamonds. We'll just have that run. We'll have it run out here just so it's a little easier to find. Oh, look at that. Gold bar. Completely missed. Okay, crushed iron's moving right along. We just need some gold ore. We'll check that pile over there for diamonds every once in a while. Yeah, it's a little dark in here. We got stuff out of there. Jump up this direction. Yeah, I need to buy a lantern. A little dark up here. Especially on YouTube. I can kind of see okay. It may be super dark on YouTube. YouTube likes to make things very dark. Wow. Mine is extensive. Crouch, grab. There we go. What was that noise? What that was all about. Whee. All right, we might as well crush all this iron, but let's grab the gold. Hey, Captain Guru. Salutations. It's not something to hear much these days. Let's throw all this on there. Make this sorter basket happy. This is all physics based, so it can get pretty wild. We had absolutely nothing come through yet as far as emerald. There's only a 0.3% chance, so it's going, but got a bunch of our crushed ore done. How are we looking over here? Any diamonds yet? Don't see any diamonds. There, get in there. We'll pick up the coal later. It's a 0.2% chance on those diamonds. How much is a lantern? Let's go take a peek. So let me get a corner conveyor and a couple more of those. And then a lantern, 60 bucks. Yeah, let's do that. Take. And then if I do that, we have a little lantern. It's not much, but it's a little something. You're an old guy? Yeah. I mean, I'm 50, so I'm no spring chicken. Oh, there's water in here. Interesting. I don't remember water. Was there water in the old map? I remember running across water. For sale. Oh, you have to buy those. Interesting. Okay, well, here's our gold. We can start working on our gold, or we just need 8 for the quest. $55, you got me beat. I tend to attract a little bit of an older crowd. I'm not quite as hyper as your typical younger YouTuber. Alright, let's gather this all up. That should be plenty for the quest. Yeah, I think the name of the map is Big Cave, so it's living up to its name. A lot more room for activities. There we go. Take that. There we go. We have 2 research tickets. Woohoo! Press T and navigate to the research tab. Research something. All right. The mining helmet. That will be super handy. That's new. Let's research that. And then I don't need the lantern anymore that I just bought. I forgot they added the headlamp. There's so much new stuff. I'm not used to having it. How do I drop this? Like that? Yeah, there we go. Come here, you. Okay, we'll have twice as much light on the computer desk. How about that? How much is a mining helmet? $200. Worth it. We have a jackhammer. Faster than... Oh, it's so you can use it for all the stuff. Okay. I don't want to spend my 400 bucks on that just yet. Let's push that. And if I take that, does it work if I have it in here? Yes. Okay. You just have to have it in your inventory. Cool. Then you can use your tools and still have light. I like it. That's a great addition to the game. Just 45 Blue Eagle. Yeah, you'll get there. Oh, you've been playing the data center demo? Yeah, they added the cord mounts on the sides of the racks after I'd already played. That was a later patch. I know one thing they were talking about on the Steam discussions for that game. The dev said he wasn't going to add power and cooling. It'd be in the next game. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe he's just trying to start small, get some money, and make another game. I don't know. But it's pretty basic, but, you know, it's kind of fun, too. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's make a bigger thing here to put stuff on. Get all that juicy, delicious iron ore out of there. Come here. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. So I haven't gone back in. I haven't played the data center demo since they added the networking cable stuff on the side. This coal we can just throw in there. We're almost there on the crushed iron, so we're getting there. Not doing great on the gems and diamonds though. Just nothing yet. Just too bad. We'll get there, maybe. Okay, so we got that all done. So we can basically tear this down now. Well, now we can just keep selling it. It's fine. Let's see what they want us. They probably want us to make ingots next, so we'll actually probably use that. So let's go to the one quest available. Yeah. Calm down. Gem collector. That one's in progress. Coal crusher. Can do that. We need to buy the blast furnace. There we go. Do that, and then we want copper and iron ingots. All right. Can do, boss. All right, so crushed iron ore. Actually, turn this off for a second. That's not what I wanted to do. Same end result, but not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Yeah, there's no gems in here. They're pretty large. They'd be easy to see. Let's get this place cleaned up a bit. Gonna take Mrs. Guru out for a Valentine's Day dinner. Nice. We'll have fun. I think we're gonna maybe do tacos at a taco place she likes. Do I want to turn that? I might want to turn that because I have to go up 2 more to get into the blast furnace. Let's see where does this put us? Yeah, actually that might work out for this one, because we'll drop them right here. They can go right in there. Yeah, it's a ticket. All right, turn the iron back on. I haven't found a single gem or diamond yet. Diamonds are kind of small, but I should be able to see them there if there was one. I'm not seeing it at all. We do need crushed coal, so we need to get another sorter basket and stuff set up there. Let's go ahead and send the iron through that. We'll pick up the coal later. Alright, so we need some conveyors, and we need a sorter most of all. So let's grab a sorter. Thank you. That off for a bit. And we just want crushed coal. That's fine. So maybe we put the sorter here. And then we're going to need at least one up conveyor. Or sorry, sloped conveyor. So we'll have you go, come on, go up. And, oh, I need another crusher. Machines or crusher, thank you. So we're starting to roll in some money now. Dang it. You can't build on the rocks. I need to come out one more. At least we got the hammer now. It's a little easier. So we'll have you and then you. And you. There we go. Oh, I need to set up the sorter. Derp. I need a baby piece of coal. I don't see you there yet. So we'll grab one of them out of here. Because they can just go through the crusher. Unless they changed it. They can also just go through the crusher and they'll remain baby coal. Alright, and then this could theory go over and get crushed over there. We don't need that much iron ingot at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just do it by hand. Everything's pretty loosey-goosey here at the beginning while we're getting everything all unlocked and sorted out. Could have crushed that coal, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we got a whole bunch of crushed coal. We need to get this conveyored over. I need a lot more conveyorage. If you haven't seen the blast furnace, it just takes in ore. Crushed ore is more efficient for making ingots, so we already have the crushed iron. So basically once it fills up, it just pours an ingot. Then it instantly cools and pops that down there. Alright, we got 1,200 bucks. That's not too bad. Is it shift? Yeah, shift will add 10 of those. Then we've got a couple of corners. Let's see if that's enough. Get this crushed coal over. There aren't any angled conveyors, so it's all 90 degrees. Actually, let's do this. Let's make it nice and simple for now. Have that just join up on that one. Ta-da! Hey, Progressy. Hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. Sorry, I was talking to Mrs. Kerbo there for just a little bit. We are indeed going out for tacos tonight. So. In case anybody cared. I could crush this iron, but yeah, we'll just sell it for now. Get all these little bits. Put you on there. Sadly, still no diamonds or emeralds. Was just watching the Reforger. Nice. I got another one of those recorded, so we're in good shape for that. Let's go ahead, now that we have a little bit of money, let's get that routed over so it'll just dump that stuff in the conveyor. So we need a couple of those. We'll get 4, and then let's get another 10 of those. Whee! And we'll get this just sent over. Oh, I can't turn. But I have to turn here. You can't build anywhere these rocks are located. So you always got to keep that in mind. Yeah, that'll work. Really, the only thing I have left is this, and I can just pipe that down so it falls. Oops, wrong button. Hit 2, fool. So if we just do this. We'll just sell everything. Now we don't have to pick up anything at all. Because we already got the conveyor going over there. Spoiler alert, Progressy. The next episode of The Last Plague is the last one. Spoiler! Yeah, just... I like the game, like I explained in the video. I like the game. It just needs to get developed a little further, and then we'll dive back into it. I'm going to keep the save around. I might end up streaming it sometime if I want to. Yeah, I go over some of the frustration stuff I have in the next video. It'll be out next week. It's definitely an interesting game. It just needs a little bit of love in some areas. Make it a little less frustrating. Well, I say we go explore now, because we're just kind of waiting. I do like the layout of the new mine. It's pretty cool. We get up there. Indeed we can. Lots of copper back in here. I'm digging the headlamp too. That's such a nice addition to the game. Oh, hey, looky there. We need one of those. That's what an emerald looks like if you're not familiar with the game. Yeah, we'll just throw those on there. They'll eventually make their way over. Am I starting from... Yeah, excuse me, I'm just checking out the new map on this stream. I'll probably do a series on this where I start from scratch. Wanted to test out some of the new mechanics and check out the new cave. So we're just trying out for a little bit. But yeah, this stream I did start from scratch on the new map. And I'll be doing a series where we're doing the same. This is kind of a trial run. Oh hey, we got a diamond. Nice. We may find this stuff out in the wild before we actually get it from the miner. break up this chunk. Cool. We did finally get an emerald, it looks like. I've only put one in, we have two. So we did finally get an emerald from here. Alright, just one more diamond and we'll be golden. I like it. Just a 0.2% chance on that one, so maybe not too likely. It looks like these you have to buy, at least some of them. I thought I saw one around here that already had the plunger, so I don't think you have to buy all of them, but you do have to at least buy some of them now. It's not just, oh hey, there is our diamond. It's not just freebies anymore. Okay, that will finish out the gem collector. Oops. In there. I don't remember what that gave us. Oh, there, a polish machine. Yeah, we need to get the polishing machine. Need to get to crushing some copper, too. Can't afford... Oh, we need $2,000, right? So working on that, working on that. It's saying the jackhammer. I don't really want to buy the jackhammer, though. Don't really need the ore analyzer. It's kind of neat, but... Oh, it tracks how many items per minute pass through it now. Oh. So that could be interesting. What else we got for quests? Unlock shaker table and deposit a ruby gem. Okay. Activate that. I don't know if we'll get there, but not going to be a super long stream today. Just had a little bit of time. So. All right, so now it's pretty much just a waiting game. Need to get some money earned. We need to, well, for the polishing table, I may want to do copper before we get into that. Let's go find the closest copper. We need a auto miner for yield copper. I guess we wouldn't necessarily need an auto miner, but we're going to eventually need it. And then we're going to need also an ore crusher, a blast furnace. And there goes all of our money. Pull this up. It shows us the ghosts. I don't think we had any copper in this cave. We had copper over this direction. Ooh, 2.3% chance on diamonds. Should have been using that one. Over this way with some copper, there's likely a node. Up here, probably. Oh, this is one of... There's new, bigger auto miners, so that's the spot for the bigger auto miner. There we go. You get coal as well, huh? We have to kind of get out of here, aren't we? Can be tricky. Yeah, we don't have a ton of money for conveyor, so maybe we'll just hand do the copper we need. Let's gather this all up. See how much we have. We can get the crusher and the ingot maker and everything set up. We'll just gather up some ore by hand. Get a little bit more money, we'll get the jackhammer. That's another new tool. There's lots of new stuff in this, the new patch. The Age of Steel, I think, is the name of the update. It makes steel now. Plus, there's a new map and lots of new tools and stuff, including the headlamp. That's probably the best thing so far. Official headlamp you can turn on and off. Makes a big difference. Let's get you. Some more over here. Chop this apart right next to the dynamite. That should be fine. Here you. Alright, let's see how many ingots this will get us. Drop some? Good. It didn't go on the belt though, so that's good. Do we have mergers yet? That's something we have to unlock. T-junction conveyor. That'll work. Oh, it's locked. Never mind. So let's put our other blast furnace here. We're going to need, excuse me, some sloped conveyors. These 2 of those. Actually, we need 4 of those. Number 7. Save me climbing up there. I'm going to go ahead and put conveyors into that. We don't want just copper though. We're gonna make kind of a rinky-dink setup here. It's a means to an end. We'll eventually need all this stuff anyway. So let's do that. Come here. And there, and then we need a little baby one. Is there any baby ones? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so then any copper ore will go up there and get crushed. We don't want anything else to go in there because it'll make a slag ingot. We want just our copper ore going in there. Oh, you first encountered it on the Mine Mogul? Nice. I've got a ton of different games over the last decade plus. Everything I've done series-wise is organized by playlist. You can find all that in the playlist. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing a series on the new map. I thought about just jumping in and recording, but I've not been able to stream very much lately. I kind of wanted to just chill and stream and hang out with folks. So we're just checking this out. Learning a little bit of the ropes on the new stuff, and then we'll dive in at some point and do a series. I don't know if I'll get started next week or the week after, but it'll be coming soon. This is a whole new big cave, so we got a lot of stuff to unlock and explore, and should be a lot of fun. Copper ingots, we're halfway there. Nice. We're gonna need some more copper though. Let's just throw you on there. You can go get sold. I could slap an auto miner down in one of these spots. Let's find a good rich one. Just have it spit out on the floor. 92%. How's the other one looking? Wasn't there another one over here? No. Okay. There you go. Spots up here we missed. Oh, some of those are empty apparently. Okay, good to know. Put that down. Didn't want to pick up the copper ore. send you on through. Alright, we'll leave you there, and then we're going to jump up in here. It's kind of like Stationeers without explosives. What's up, Hoot? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Stationeers, I keep wanting to dive into that game, and I just never get around to it. It's one of those games that would take like all of my attention for a while because it's so detailed and hard. Just never have dove into it. Oops. I do enjoy watching others play it that know what they're doing. Very deep, detailed game. Come here, copper ore. Blammo. You get in there. Rush. Rush. It should just about round us out. We're getting close to having 2 grand so we can get the polishing table. You can see how these ingots are kind of like modeled looking. You can send them to a polishing table and polish them up and they sell for more. So we'll be doing that. And same with the gems. Should be saving those actually. Now that we've unlocked the quest. You don't need to sell those right away. We'll wait and polish those up. Same with the diamonds. I don't know if we're sending the... Not sending the diamonds through yet, are we? Does this... Yeah, that does spit out iron ore. I need to redo this setup. It's just a starter setup. It's definitely not optimized at all. We've got 5 more copper ingots to go for that quest. Yeah, the mining helmet is the best. Like, normally, if you wanted to be able to see... It seemed like they added a glow around you, too. You'd have to hold a lantern, and you can't use a lantern and a tool at the same time. But now with the mining helmet, all good. So for now, we're just hand carrying the copper over. Just to finish out this quest. Then we've fallen down in the water. And if you just tuned in, this is a sorter basket, so whatever's in the basket gets sent out this side, and then everything else passes through. So that way you can sort things out that you want to use. In this case, I just want copper ore. Big and small chunks of copper ore coming up here and getting crushed. Yay, there we go. Alright, purchase the rolling mill. Yes, sir. We need to purchase the polishing machine, though, too. The rolling mill is another 1,500. All right, we're going to get the polishing machine. Watch all of our money go bye-bye. That's okay. We are going to redo this. So let's say turn off all auto miners. We're going to switch this over so we can do polished ingots. We'll make a little more money. And then we can tear all this down, really. Don't necessarily need it right at the moment. 1 quest available. Progress in progress. Available. Activate. Got lots of quests going here. Don't need this anymore. We are still working on the crushed coal, so we'll... This one... Actually, do we have a... Do we have a coal deposit that's just coal? And we wouldn't have to mess with the iron ore. Let's switch this over. Oh, we had one around here that was just coal. Back here. There it is. All right. This is just coal and diamonds, so let's redo that setup. Let's see. We need some polished gems. Not too bad on the emerald, but it's a terrible diamond chance. That's emeralds. We don't need that. Let's just refocus on the quests. We do need some ingots. So we're going to basically just reset everything. Gather all these up. We can use those in our sorting baskets if we need to. Okay, we're still working on crushed coal. We need 1,200 of that, so that's going to be a big thing. So let's get that set up. And then this will also put out both emeralds and diamonds, so we want to sort those out. And polish those. So let's get our sorter basket. There. We need our crusher. The crusher there. I'll get our crushed coal coming up. And we will pop that right over there. Then, do I have a diamond and or ruby anywhere? I don't want to crush those. I guess the better way to do this would be to filter on coal. That would be the better way, actually. That would be easier to filter on. So, we'll filter on coal. Could just do, oops, that. Yep, and then the coal comes out the side. That'll be easier to filter on. All right, we need one of you. Need one of you. Let's go in the sorter basket. Beautiful. And then anything else that comes out here, since it's just coal, anything else will be diamonds or emeralds. And we want those to come over here and get polished. Do I want to skirt around? Yeah, I think I do want to skirt around this. That is pretty much all crushed iron. Right now, we just need the polished gold ingot, so we don't necessarily need that there right now, so we can just work around it. So these will come down. And then is it T? No. What's the key to reverse it? Rotate, reverse direction, Q. There it is. We need to come down. And then we need a polishing machine. We can't afford that yet. Gotcha. Oh, we bought a polishing machine. No? Did I mess that up? We don't have that unlocked yet. Anyway, we'll have a polishing machine down here. I think I'm actually going to come out one just so that the polishing machine will clip into stuff if I don't do that. Not that it would matter, but it'll bother me. This will come down to a polishing machine, which should be able to sit right here. I think it's 2 slots. It will turn, and we'll have our T-junction. I think we have the T-junction conveyor available. No, it's still locked. Never mind. Not sure. Yeah, it's 2. I think I'm pretty sure it's 2 slots. What we can do though is come out of the polishing machine here, and then we can put a little ledge there, and it'll drop onto that belt and then go sell. So we don't have the polisher yet, but we'll let this guy roll. Start working on the crushed coal. Need to get some gold going at some point. I haven't got that done yet. Beautiful. Unlocked a shaker table in the research tree. Do we have enough points for that? We do not. Oh no, we have 3 research tickets. My bad. All right, shaker table. Unlock. All right, we could actually go ahead and do that in this. We'd have to redo our whole setup. We kind of need the crushed coal though. Could do another setup, but yeah, those are just iron ore. Man, that's a really good percentage on the gems and stuff. That's probably worth doing. So we could have iron ore go that direction. Then the gems could come over here. Yeah, it's not going to work. We need more space. Yeah, I need a little piece of iron, so we'll drop that in there. Can't do that, it's too close. This is janky. This is very janky. Get some more corner pieces. Yeah, Stationeers has got about everything. Sorry, I missed that message there for a bit. It's a super detailed game. I've played it a bit. I haven't really played it much since they made the controls not completely insane. Back when I played it, you couldn't use the mouse. It was all keyboard, and yeah, it was really bad. One of the reasons I quit playing it. Dean Hall has a hard-on for Station 13, which is a game that has really convoluted controls, so he made that in part of Stationeers. I'd like to formally apologize for this setup here. I did buy the polishing table. It's right there. I'm dumb. You guys. You tell me I had a polishing table. It's right there. I need a ledge. Bigger ledge. This is super convoluted, but it's going to do what I want it to do. If we ever get any diamonds or emeralds through here, we'll be all set. A lot of iron ore. Probably just go ahead and crush this. Make ingots out of it. Nope, that's not going to work. Come out one, I think it'll work. Come on, you go there. And then you go there. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? You could come over one more and it would work. Yeah, let's redo this. I want the ingot to go through the polisher. It'll be worth more. So we want to redo this. Just have you fall on the floor for now. So we're going to go up into the crusher. That's in the wrong spot. Up into the crusher. Nope, that's the wrong machine. It's all falling apart. Hit the wrong button. It's not going to be enough room, is it? Okay, we'll come over here, and then we will angle that direction, and then we'll go back up. We'll go into our ingot thingy. They will drop out onto there and then go through the polisher. That's the dream. See how that works out. Got a little bit of iron ore here that we need to process. I don't know if this is going to work. This may not work here. We're about to find out in a big way. Oh, this stuff's all jammed up back in there. That's not good. Why are you all jammed up? Oh, it does work. All right, cool. Let's drop it in there, and then these get polished. And then they're worth more money. Ta-da! And then it goes over there and gets sold. All right, excellent. The only bad part is this is getting jammed up. I don't know if that's because I accidentally put stuff in there, or if it just can't handle the throughput, or if you're just not supposed to do this. Might have to just completely redo all this. If that's going to get all jammed up, that's going to be a problem. Oh, yeah, looks like that's going to be a problem. Looks like we can't put the basket right on the edge. That's no bueno. Alright, yeah, that's definitely a problem, so we're going to have to completely rebuild all of this. Nice. That's fun. Oh, we'll let what we have run through, and then we're going to just have to rebuild everything. Make it more better. That stuff's all ran through. So yeah, we're just going to have to redo all the things. That's not going to work. Like it never even happened. A little bit of stuff here and there. Turn that all into money. Get in there. A few more little bits and bobs. Okay, we definitely need to redo that. And what we could do is start from this side. So let's do that. Let's get the ledges, polishing table. So just to make sure it gets in there good, we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna have our polishing table. Actually, we don't want everything to go through the polishing table, so let's redo that. Actually, this might work. Yeah. That's the ticket. Yeah, then stuff that doesn't need polish can go in that direction. Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start over. So we're gonna have our auto miner here. We're gonna have the auto miner here. That's got a really good gem chance. 0.5. I like it. Then are we still working on crushed coal? Yeah, we still need crushed coal. That is, this one has, yeah, this one has emerald and diamond chance as well. So we know that we cannot have sorter right on one of these. That does not work. Well, let's not do that anymore. And let's have you go that direction. I think. Put ball in here. Can't go that direction. You have to be over here. Sometimes it's a tight fit. Okay, and then we'll have coal ore in the basket. So the coal ore will go over here. It will get crushed. Needs to come all the way down there before it gets crushed. Then it can just go in and get sold. Then anything else that doesn't need polished could go in there potentially. So that means we only need one of these guys. Because we're already up rocks. Okay, that gets the crushed coal in there. And then these need to get polished. So they'll go down to the polishing line. Wherever that ends up being. So that will work. Well, let's turn this back on. Okay, we'll let you go through. You grab one of the crushed coals to use in the sorter basket. hit that lantern and started swaying. That's pretty cool. Grab one of you for the sorter basket. Yeah, man. There we go. So crushed coal is set, and then the diamonds and whatever will just fall out over there. All right, let's work on this. So here we have iron ore coming out that we want to turn into polished ingots. So let's have another sorter basket. Here. No, we want to go the other direction. And then we'll put iron ore and have the iron ore go over there, and then the gems will kind of join up here in the middle. Don't have the T-junction yet, do I? We could do that, and then we could have the polishing table. I can click and drag. There, and then this guy would come over here, and we need the ledge. And we have all of our gems going into the polishing table. But I also want the ingots to go into the polishing table, so we need to move this down at least one. That. We could have another ledge here for the ingots eventually come in. Yeah, clear as mud. Alright, so then the iron will come out this direction. Then it needs to go up and get crushed. Like that. I think we have enough room. Do this. Blast furnace. Then does that line up? Look at that. I probably screwed something up because that came together way too easy. Hey, there's a diamond. We got a diamond. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. We'll run this parallel. Doesn't have to be efficient at this stage. It just has to work. Okay, we're going to need some iron ore in there. This auto miner turned on. Somehow missed that. Come here. You gonna give me a crushed one? Nope. Grab a crushed one off of here. Oops. Drop that somewhere. There it is. The holding on to it with the E key is a little finicky sometimes. Okay, here comes our ingot. Should get polished and sold. Woohoo! I don't remember what the price difference is, but they do sell for more. Alright, so that's kind of convoluted, but it's a better setup than we had before. The sorters aren't getting all jammed up. Iron ore or crushed iron? Yeah, I don't know that these spit out the big chunks like you get when you're hand mining. It doesn't say anything about it. I don't think we need to worry about that. Here we go. Alright, we've got 1 diamond, 1 emerald. We need a lot more. We need the shaker table eventually. But I think I'll wait until I get done with the crushed coal. Shaker table takes in coal. And then you have a very small percentage chance of getting rubies or other stuff, I think, out of the crushed coal. But it consumes the coal. Go look at the shaker table. Input coal ore for a chance to find rubies or crushed coal for diamonds. Yeah, so it'll shake the big coal for rubies or the crushed coal for diamonds. We need 3,500 bucks. It wants us to do the rolling mill. Rolls ingots into plates. We could do that. We've got the money. Is that? Oh yeah, it does unlock a quest. So let's go and do that. Since we're already making the iron, we can actually do that instead. So we're not going to polish these. I'm going to redo that. Although we could polish the plates. I think that's a thing. Now the plates are a little tricky. I don't know if they're going to want to go on there necessarily. Oh yeah, no problem. And then they will polish up as well. As far as I know, it doesn't matter for the quest if it's polished or not. Unless it says polished. If it doesn't say polished, either will work. So yeah, this just takes in the ingot and squishes it. As a 2-step squish process. Okay, the only thing we're not working on yet, we can't buy the shaker table. We don't have gold ingots going. I could go find some gold. I recall, wasn't there gold over here somewhere? Don't have another auto miner, do I? I don't want to go too far. I want to save a lot of the exploration for the series. But I know I was digging up coal somewhere. I don't remember where that was though. It was somewhere kind of close by. That was copper up there. Oh, it was over here, wasn't it? I think it was by the water somewhere. Or not. Oh, no, here it is. Yeah, here was the gold ore. See how much ore we can get out of this. Probably not enough for 40 ingots. Ooh, look what I see. Hiding back in here. There's some diamonds. Let's see, we got a little more up here. Alright, the gold ore I want to turn into ingots, and we'll sort out the rest of it. Let's throw it over there for now, so we can grab the ingot. We can turn that into a plate. Or a quest, which is 3/4 of the way done. And we have some diamonds in here that we can polish. Get for the quest. I believe the rest is gold ore. Nice and shiny. Yeah, let's just have them dump in there. That'll work. Build backwards. Then we can just dump the gold ore in there. Excuse me. Getting a little froggy. Had to take a drink. I got one more of these. Let's build kind of a ladder. I jump up to that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. It does have to be polished. No! Yeah, you're absolutely right. Can I grab that? It won't let me grab it. Oh well, we wasted some gold. We'll have to mine some gold. Yeah, it has to be polished. Thanks, Jones. At least I didn't run it all through there. Alright, I pulled out something. Piece of coal. Yeah, there. Yeah, we should set it up over here downstream of our, or upstream of the polisher. We have it drop off right here. And then go into the polisher. I think that will, yeah, I think that'll go up. Well, we wasted some of the gold, but them's the breaks. I wasn't paying enough attention. It does need to be a polished gold ingot. Okay, I was still waiting to buy something, wasn't I? Need to buy this shaker table. Well, we don't really need that yet. I'm waiting on the crushed coal. That's fine. Let's get another auto miner and get some gold coming through, because we're going to need the gold. Mining, auto miner. Let's go set that up. That was... Already forgotten where that was. Over here, by the water. Yeah, I think it was over here. It's up here, but is there a spot for it? There is not. There's a bunch of gold here, but there's no gold spot to mine. I think that's where the gold was. This was all copper, if I remember correctly. This was all copper. Oh, I already had an auto miner back here. We need a copper plate, so we'll eventually need this. It's going to take a lot of conveyors. We can come through here, right? Yeah, we can come through here. don't know if I really want to build all that out, though, for just 40 plates. We'll be doing big copper at some point, but let's just turn this back on. We can carry stuff over. Okay, how far did we get? We got 6 gold ingots. Nice. That's not very much. We have one little thingy of gold in there. We shouldn't run the copper through just yet. We may have to explore the cave some more, though, before we find an auto miner spot for the gold. That's copper up there. We may end up having to expand before we get to the gold. I'm not sure. I thought I saw one of these that had a plunger in it. A little more gold here. I'm thinking maybe the gold is past one of these, you know, locked things. See some water. That's about all I can see back in there. Great. Yeah, I can't really, it's kind of hard to tell what's back in there. I guess that's kind of the point. You have to spend cash to get in there. Find out what it's got to offer. And the rest of this gold through. So it looks like we can get through here once we mine this copper, or the iron out. Back in here. Well, you wouldn't put this here if you couldn't get up there, right? Just some stuff. There's a ruby. Bunch of diamonds. Cool. You definitely want to explore in this game. There's a lot of little secret hidey holes. Just like that on the original map too. Alright, we got 8 gold ingots. Got a couple of them in here. Those look polished, but I'm going to send them through the polisher just in case. And we got a ruby and some diamonds. Where are you? Well, those is actually polished already. Oops. Drop something. And you through the polisher? Alright, we ended up with 10 out of 40. Yeah, we got to find some gold somewhere. I'm not sure that's going to be feasible. Ah, it's so close to another ingot. I do need to get off here soon as well. Got some family time coming up. One little piece we missed. Yeah, here was all that gold. There's no mining spot. I'm thinking, yeah, I see a chunk of gold. I bet we need to go through here to get the gold for sale. I don't know how you buy those. $2,500. That lighting up? I can't really tell. Let's do a save. Oh, okay, yeah, you just click. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is highlighting when I was mousing over it. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I'll save that for the series. We're just kind of testing stuff out on the stream, getting a feel for the new update. You gonna be watching something? Okay. Okay, that's fine. You leave it open. Talking to Mrs. Gerbo. He's gonna be exercising in the next room. It's gonna be really distracting. I'm wrapping up the stream in a little bit anyway, babe. Did I get us another ingot? May not have been enough. Oh, it did. There it goes. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get the gold. It looks like we have to expand beyond that. We could do the copper plate. We have copper right here. I think if I pull that out and then put it back, that'll just get rid of the little bit of gold that was in there. We can throw this copper. We'll just do copper from here. Oh wait, that's not substitute plates, is it? Just substitute ingots. We need to move all this stuff. Almost messed that up. Alright, we want to put our guy here. Perfect. You're a big fan, Progressy, of the Mine Mogul? It is a fun game. Kind of did everything I wanted to do on the original map. So I'm glad they released a new map. And I'll just have to see how much time I have. It might be mid to late next week. We start off a new series. It might be the week after. I'm not sure. Oh, we missed one of the little diamonds. Send you through there again, just in case. Yeah, we just need one more diamond, but we still need 5 more emerald gems. Waiting on those. Yeah, was there copper over here that we can... Yeah, there was copper we could auto mine. I've got an auto miner going on it. Kind of forgot about that little step. Or how much copper we have over here waiting for us. Just a little bit of copper. Just a little bit of copper. Did we end up with any... I forgot to check and see if it had any chance of giving us gems. I think it's just copper. I don't see anything else other than copper. We don't have like a hopper or anything yet, so we're just gonna have to kind of brute force this. I should just run conveyors. at this point. We'll see how many plates we get out of this. Nice. Look at all the copper plates coming through. How are we doing on the crushed coal? Do we? Oh, we finished the crushed coal. Nice. So we should turn that into a shaker table. Turn you off temporarily. Let that run through. Let's see if we can squeeze a shaker table in there. I haven't bought the shaker table yet, right? Because it was expensive. Shaker table, yeah, $3,500. Alright, so the coal will come over here. And then the gems, would be nice if we could get those polished. I don't know if that's in the cards or not. Maybe put it there. Let's see if this will work. Alright, so the coal will come over there, and then I want these to go over here and fall into the polisher. This is so janky. We need an oops. We need another conveyor ledge. Starting to get some decent cash now. So for now, this can disappear, and then we need our conveyor ledge there. That will polish up the gems that get shaken out. Oh, it doesn't destroy all the coal, though, does it? I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. For the achievement, we'll just, for the quest, we'll just do this. What you'd want to do is separate out the coal that doesn't get a gem shaken out of it. We won't worry about that optimization just yet. So that should send all the coal down, and some of the coal will get turned into gems. And unless they patched it, you can like just feed this back into itself. So some of them will disappear, some of them will turn into smaller coal chunks. Some of them will turn into rubies or diamonds, depending on the size of the coal chunk. And there's that. I don't know if we'll ever get a thing while we sit here and watch, but that's the idea. Alright, let's get some more copper going. Oh no, I already did the, wow, that took care of the copper part. Nice. We'll send that up just in case. It wants us to purchase the rod extruder. Can't afford that yet. $6,000. I'm gonna check this out. It's cheap enough. This used to just tell you the price of stuff. But it looks like now it does a little more than that. Let's chop. Chop this out. Oops. It was all set up correctly. Oh, the screen's over here. That's a little awkward. Yeah, it shows you items per minute now. I don't think it did that before, did it? I don't remember having the items per minute. Unless I just never noticed it before. I have to go back and look at one of my old videos. So it tells you like the weight is kind of the quality, then the value. Whether it's polished or not. So diamond's worth $143.01. Those are worth 33 bucks, 33.91. Cool. So you could set those up, and now that it has items per minute, you could kind of use that to optimize. Oh, we got a ruby gem in there somewhere. I missed it. All right. Anyway, folks, I need to get off here. We're going to be going out to eat and doing some family stuff here soon. I thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. If you do like this game, I did a series on the original map. That's in the playlist. You can find it there. And I'll be kicking off a new series on this new big map with the Age of Steel update very soon. This coming week or probably next week. Hope to see you there. Thanks again as always for watching. I think I already said that, but thank you anyway. Bye-bye. Is there a button to hide the HUD? P. There we go. Bye-bye.